Hello out there in YouTube land. My name's Dio, and welcome to an exclusive YouTube only video, or maybe YouTube exclusive video for YouTube. Today we're going to play one of my favorite modern games called Celeste. This is a puzzle precision platformer. I like saying that, puzzle precision platformer, but that's okay because I got this pop filter here, so you won't hear the extreme pops from my puzz. I did post a video of a speedrun of this about almost 2 years ago, which is kind of crazy. Haven't played this game a whole lot since then, a little bit here and there. But it was about an hour and 15-minute speed run. Since then, I've learned a lot more tricks to the game. I can probably shave 10 to 15 minutes off of that to be about an hour. It's what I'm kind of shooting for. I plan on this being about 4 parts. We'll have to see how that turns out. I don't plan on doing a lot of editing. I'm just going to be very light on the editing this time around, and shooting for early 2024 release. So if this is not early 2024, you know that my year did not start out with the most amount of time that I could have. So, and we're gonna go straight into the game. So we're gonna start a new game. So let's go. First thing you do is skip the intro sequence, and we're gonna do a thing known as bunny hopping. It apparently saves time, but I don't know why it does. Oops, and I've already lost time, but that's okay. And we're gonna skip all the cutscenes, especially the one where the old lady laughs at us. So here's the first part of the game where a bridge is crashing down, and you can actually skip the cutscene that teaches you how to play the game. Basically tells you that not only do you have a jump and a wall grab, as you've seen, you also get a dash. And the dash is what makes this game very interesting. And we're going to try to go as fast as possible, speedrun style. I'm already kind of messing up, but that's okay. Because we're gonna make our way up. Gonna wait on that one. We're gonna stand on here and do a little trick known as a wall bounce. Wall bounce? Is that the name of it? I don't actually remember. Already died. Okay, well, that's embarrassing. Keep forgetting, because sometimes I just hold the button down. Oh, this is going terrible. But that's okay. This is for YouTube. This isn't the Olympics. Is there Olympic speedrunning? Well, technically there is. Now this is known as a wave dash, which you don't learn until the very end of the game, which is very funny to me. Because it can actually be very useful for this part of the game. Because it allows you to conserve your dash. Yeah, so you've noticed I can jump, I can wall climb. Like here's some wall climbing. And then you dash, which is sort of like a small burst of speed. And doing different combinations of that allow you to do all the tricks in the game. Some are more intended than others, as you'll find out. Wave dashing was an unintended side effect of being able to dash along the ground without jumping. And so that allows you to conserve your jump so that you can do another dash afterwards. I hope I explained that well enough, because I don't feel like I did. Here we go, Chapter 2. Strawberries will impress your friends. They actually don't. Alright, here's where the first real antagonist for the game kind of makes itself known. You can see there's a bunch of different kind of blocks there. And again, we're making use of our wave dashes. Ah, I missed it. There's a way to, like, apparently when they when you get out of a cutscene, and this is a mistake that the developers made, like your, I can't remember if is it your X coordinate. I guess technically it's your Y coordinate actually gets conserved. So if you're in a cutscene, your Y, so if you're higher than you normally are, that gets conserved through a cutscene. So here's the first, I guess you could say, battle. There's this other you in this game, which the game only refers to as... What did they refer? The other me? I kind of jumped there a little bit, because this part can be a little bit... Yeah, I think it's like my other self. The people who play this game have dubbed her... oh, I didn't even say. The character's name in this game is Madeline. Or Madeline. I guess it depends on your accent. So they've dubbed her Badeline. Let me see if I can... which is actually kind of a clever... Be careful there. Oh, that was close. Yay, we didn't die that much. And we get through this, and there's a cutscene here where she answers the phone. And then we discover it's all a dream. Which is fine. There is a person up there. That's Theo. He's also integral to the storyline. But we're skipping all that because we're going as fast as possible. Ooh. This one always trips me up. And then the real phone call happens in real life. This is my first time using like a green screen effect. So if anything looks out of place, I'm sorry. I have very little time to test for it. So that's it for Chapter 2. As you'll see here. It's always good to hydrate. There's kind of like an edge of it where it goes a little wonky. I'm sure I'll zoom in on that on the edit. Here comes Chapter 3, The Celestial Resort, where we meet another character. Something interesting about the in-game timer of this game, if you ever speedrun this game, you'll discover that the timer actually doesn't move during the... Oops. I totally messed that up. Alright, we're going to do it the cheaty way. There we go. In the map screen, the timer doesn't go, so you can actually spend a lot of time, as much time as you need to kind of like rest up, because this game can get pretty finger fatiguey, if that makes any sense. So that door is locked, so we need to get a key, which I will get here, and just teaches you that there are keys in this game. Whoops. Alright. Whoops. I'm using a newer controller that... So that's Mr. Oshiro. He's kind of like the local poltergeist of this hotel. He is a soul that has not moved on from this hotel establishment. Although it's left unclear exactly what that means. Whoops. Tried to go under, but that didn't work. I'm just gonna do this the slow way. You know, it's okay not to be perfect. That's what I keep telling myself. Oops, I didn't mean for that to happen. Whoa! Hey, we still made it. And then there's a trick here I like to do that didn't quite make it. If you do a wave dash, like right here, you can just kind of skip through all that. Doesn't save a lot of time, but whoa, you lose time if you mess up like I just did. And Mr. Oshiro, poor Mr. Oshiro, he's a bit of a worrywart. He wants you to stay in his hotel, in his very haunted hotel. But I'll let you play the game to find out. Okay, so here we gotta help clean up, because we can't get by anyway, so there's not really... We don't get a whole lot of choice in the matter, because in order to progress through the game, we actually gotta help, so... Boop, boop. How did I... Okay. We do that, we jump here. Boom, that's probably the slow way. That was close. Right, so you'll notice that now there are less things around. We talk to him, we skip the cutscene. Those cutscenes cost us a lot of time, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a trick here. It's an older trick, but still checks out. And there's Theo again, trying to tell us we're crazy for trying to help Mr. Oshiro. Which he's not wrong, you know? It's actually a really good lesson in not everybody wants to be helped, right? If you're the kind of person who likes to help people, not everybody wants help. Some people are fine the way they are. And honestly, he's not hurting anyone except himself, right? So... Oh boy. God, I'm always a little bit nervous there. Now here's a little trick. It's a little secret in the game. If you go up this little waterway, you can actually go back to screens that you've been before, which is not always the case in this game. Because we're going to do a little trick to... I probably could have moved forward, but I'm going to take it easy here. Going to go through this secret area that has this heart in it. We're not going to get the heart, so we're not doing that. We're going to come up here and retry. Because there's a programming error that... or oversight, I guess you would say. Because, you know, when you die somewhere, it always tries to get you to the last place that you... I'm having a hard time doing my diagonals here, so we're just going to take the harder way. Every time you die, it tries to put you the last place that you've... the last entrance, right? But there was no entrance programmed there, so it allows you to skip an Oshiro cutscene, which saves us quite a bit of time. Like, possibly minutes. Because then we don't have to backtrack here. We're gonna do that. There's a cutscene there with... And then we just have to be very careful not to touch any of this. And make sure that we don't kill some of the fuzzy stuff in here. And then we skip this cutscene. Ashiro gets a little mad that we don't want to stay. And then I die there because... Whoa! We're gonna take this the safe way. Alright, there's another lock here. Oops. Bananas. One things that get conserved are keys. So if you die with a key, you keep the key, which is actually kind of useful. The game is... that's the only piece of the game that's actually quite forgiving. It's times like this where I want to start over, you know? But we're gonna keep going. Now this part used to... Okay, it's fine. You kind of have to... I went a little bit too early there. We skipped that cutscene. Now we gotta get out. Then Mr. Ashiro goes full anger. Alright. So you kind of have to avoid his many anger attacks here. You know what? I feel like starting over. Oh, you can bounce on his head. That. As long as I don't die on this screen, I think we'll be okay. Just gonna let him pass. Okay, that was unnecessarily... Gonna let him pass. Gonna let him pass. It's interesting that the game, okay, is actually trying to help you, and then he goes immediately, which is okay. And then here's the cutscene, and then you leave through the back entrance. That was a little bit more frustrating than I wanted it to be, but that is the case. It's okay to not be perfect. It's been a while since I played this game, so just if you ever play this game, it goes on sale quite frequently for every platform: PC, Nintendo Switch. I'm sure it's on the Xboxes and the PlayStations also. The digital version usually goes for about $5, and well worth $5 for you to try it out. It's got a great story about trying to find yourself. That's a part that I did not talk about in the beginning of the game, is that she came to a mountain climb to think about life. She has something in it's not explicitly stated what she's going through, but she is going through something that is causing her to rethink her life priorities. What does she want to do, right? And it's not explicitly stated, but apparently Theo is also on this sort of journey as well. So something that I can completely relate to on multiple levels. Everybody have a great day. Don't forget that you have value. You as a person have value, and that God loves you. And I hope that you join us next time for whatever game that I play. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. And this is where I fade to black. And there's probably my head here somewhere. Maybe on this side, I'll put my head. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and comment it. And YouTube thinks that you might like this video right over here, whatever it happens to be. I don't know.